This is the boom-bust cycle.
Americans can rest assured that our banking system is safe.
In a special frontline investigation, the inside story of an age of easy money.
For most banks, this starts by developing a strategy and a clear vision of product offerings and then rendering them for the targeted customer with streamlined, robust experience. If most conventional banks place too much emphasis on these criteria, individuals who are unfortunate will be overlooked and will be given no chances for them to obtain financing.
In the United States, roughly 1 in 8 people live below the poverty line in 2018. The problem is no better in the European Union, where more than 1/5 of the population is considered at risk of poverty. Mick McAteer, who now runs the Financial Inclusion Center, says the regulator has failed to protect the people who can least afford it from being charged excessive amount for unarranged overdrafts. Banks have stopped wanting people on low incomes even if their credit histories are good. Many more people want a new type of relationship with their lender that the banks are not interested in providing. One of the great ironies in modern America is that the less money you have, the more you pay to use it. This world currently consists of about 8 billion people. About 70% of them live in developed countries. And 9.2% people live in extreme poverty. In 2023, developed countries such as Switzerland, Canada, and Singapore are advanced with their banking system, making it easy for their citizens to engage in financial services. Meanwhile, in other parts of the world, there are countries where the citizens lack access to the financial system, such as South Sudan and Afghanistan. However, no one wants to continue to live in poverty. Surely people have always found initiatives to get a better life. But what exactly are the initiatives? But before that, we have to understand first, what is poverty? Poverty is classified into 2 types. The first is generational poverty, which occurs when a person is born into a poor household. That is, poverty is the outcome of circumstances. Meanwhile, situational poverty is often the outcome of a person's life facing a sudden or severe disaster. While there are many circumstances that might lead to situational poverty, they are frequently temporary. These people have tried many ways to escape from poverty. For example, starting a business. But to run a business, they need a great amount of capital. So how can they have a capital if they are currently facing poverty? Another initiative also has been taken, such as saving their money. But saving isn't going to get them anywhere, as inflation occurs. The value of money falls as time goes by. They also try to make investments, but they can't bear the risk of losing that money, which they need for a living. This explains why they never escape poverty. Their initiatives are good, but there is always a barrier because of their lack of money. But for every problem, surely there is a solution. This is where the banks play their role by providing financial services. Microfinance services are offered to low-income people who are trapped in poverty or have limited resources. Microfinance enables people to take out appropriate small business loans safely and in line with ethical lending methods. People living in poverty can benefit from the microfinance system by increasing their production. It is a powerful tool that has a significant impact on individuals. Microfinance also contributes to the nation's economic development. However, they charge interest on loans. This is not good especially knowing that these low-income folks will most likely be unable to pay the interest. Conventional banks try to argue that the value of money would fall in the future due to inflation. Microfinance also may lead to over-indebtedness among low-income people. Borrowers may take many loans from different microfinance institutions, trapping them in debt, making repayment difficult. Dr. Mohamed Yunus, also known as a pioneer of the microcredit concept, and it is proven that his microfinance service has already achieved a successful impact on the people. The base concept of microcredit, what it was first introduced, is to give out small loans at affordable interest rates that will change people's life and improve their life, especially women. He considered the rights of people that need to be fulfilled and proposed to a right credit. With microcredit today, we also know it as microfinance, people can generate income by open business and improve their quality of life. Today, Islamic Microfinance is a powerful tool that has gained popularity in recent years as a result of its ability to address the financial needs of those with little resources, while keeping it Islamic ethical principles as it combines Islamic banking with microfinance to provide Sharia-compliant financial services to low-income individuals and communities. There is still a high percentage of people who live in poverty. Because of that, microfinance is needed for them to survive financially. The best microfinance is together with the Sharia law that should be free from riba and more affordable for low-income borrowers to borrow money.
So making money over money is actually what you deem as interest. But in Islamic principle, what you can do is you can actually allow trade. That means I have the goods, I sell it to you for a profit, and it is the profit that actually is the consideration for granting the financing.
Islamic microfinance should be used to promote economic development and focus on lending to small businesses and entrepreneurs who can use the money to start or expand their businesses. This can help to create jobs and boost the economy and also increase the productivity in the economy. Unlike conventional loans that focus mainly to gain profit out of the people through imposing interest, Islamic microfinance can also obtain their sources of funds from sadaqah, wakaf, zakat, NGO, and voluntary donors. This shows that Islamic microfinance is not dependent on gaining profit primarily, but to help those in need, which this has been suggested in Islamic teachings. We should always lend our hand to people in need. Finally, Islamic microfinance has several benefits and advantages. For starters, it promotes financial inclusion by allowing those who are excluded from traditional financial system due to religious views or economic restrictions with access to funds and financial services. This contributes to poverty reduction and socio-economic development by enabling individuals to establish or expand their enterprises, earn money, and better their living conditions. Second, Islamic microfinance is guided by the principles of equality, fairness, and risk sharing. It does not charge interest and instead relies on profit and loss sharing agreements such as murabaha, which is cost-plus financing, musyarakah, which translates as partnership, and ijarah, which is leasing. This promotes more equal resource distribution and develops a spirit of collaboration and mutual benefit between the fund provider and the entrepreneur. Moreover, Islamic microfinance institutions frequently emphasize social welfare and community development before financial viability. They provide a variety of financial services such as microcredit, microinsurance, and savings products that are tailored to their clients' unique needs. In addition, they usually engage in capacity development, financial literacy programs, and entrepreneurial training to improve their clients' ability and knowledge. Finally, Islamic microfinance has arisen as a valid, socially acceptable alternative to traditional microfinance. This provides a more inclusive, fair, and ethical approach to financial services by merging Islamic finance principles with microfinance aims. Further efforts to create supportive regulatory frameworks and strengthen the ability and expertise of Islamic microfinance institutions will be critical in realizing their full potential and maximizing their influence on poverty reduction and sustainable development in the future.